Alright, so in this video we're going to be working on the black Maxx Tuner. This is a car tuner or truck tuner that was mailed in for black screen. The tuner looks something like this, and honestly this is the first time that we get this tuner in. If you are a follower of the channel, you know that we've done a lot of tuner repairs before, and honestly I currently have about 7 of them that we need to fix. Look at this. And they all fail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we have one over there. 7 tuners. Some of them came in for a black screen, some of them do not power on, some of them HDMI port replacement, some of them broken screen, various issues. Let's read what the customer wrote. Today is Saturday, tomorrow I'm off, so this one is last repair for the day, and I already have a couple of videos recorded that I need to post, so we have a lot in the queue. Black screen, and it smokes whenever I plug it up to my truck port. So it's a black screen and it smokes. Smoke is a good thing. Smoke is a beautiful thing, because whenever a device smokes, it gives you an indication of where the problem is coming from. Now Big Boss already disassembled the tuner, as you can see here, and just based on my first impression, I do see a burn mark down on the bottom here. First impression. You're not going to be able to see it on camera, but let's go under the microscope and see what's going on here. Let's take a look at the board, and specifically that burned area that I was able to see with the naked eye. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Possibly 2 blown capacitors. We're going to test to see if this one is good or not. The size of the capacitor is possibly 805 SMD, and the value is 22, and the multiplier is 7. So this is a 22 microfarad capacitor. I do not have this in stock, but we can most likely extract it from a motherboard, any one of the motherboards that we have in stock here. 220 and 330 are common capacitors on motherboards, so hopefully we will be able to find this capacitor on one of the boards that we have in stock here. Let me take a few minutes, look for a board with a capacitor that matches the same value, and I'll be back. Alright, so I did find a laptop motherboard that has the same size. We're gonna have to see, and we're gonna extract that capacitor off this board here. But before I do so, let me just finish with the physical inspection. We may have something else wrong with the board. And also I want to test that aluminum capacitor, make sure it's good. Meter in diode mode, red probe on ground, and diode reading 0.6. Very good. The capacitor is good. Let's continue with the inspection. Do we see anything else obvious on the board? And this one is the speaker wire that we need to possibly desolder, or maybe we can just keep it. We do not need to desolder it to solder that capacitor. And this is the port that plugs into the vehicle. So we want to make sure to look at all components in this area, make sure nothing is bad, nothing is burned, nothing is blown, nothing has a change of color. Based on physical inspection, all checks good. This side of the board is good, except for that capacitor. Let's flip the board. And to flip the board, we have to tilt the screen upwards like this. And we're gonna check this side of the board. Do we see anything obvious? What is this? What is this over here? And we have more here. Okay, I mean, it's awkward resting this device on the bench because it has this on the back, so I cannot rest it on the bench. It wobbles back and forth, back and forth. Let's go ahead and clean that white stuff that we see here. And we're gonna clean it using our double-sided brush here, but I'm out of alcohol and I need to fill the bottle with alcohol. I asked my dad to get me some alcohol. He was standing right there. And this is 91% isopropyl. Let's go ahead and clean this area. We're going to use the fine steel brush because we're going to be able to scrub the pins. And this will do the job perfect. Anything else in this area? This side of the board is good. I was actually holding the board like this under the microscope, and my hand was moving up and down and cleaning at the same time. But we got the job done. We only had a little bit of that white stuff on the ICs. We do not know if that white stuff or corrosion was shorting out the circuit or not, but it's all clean now. Let's go back to back of the board and replace that capacitor. Right now, if we plug power into this tuner, let me show it to you quick. Power bank is on. And plug power. We see nothing. Nothing at all. Let's see if we're going to get power after replacing that capacitor. Okay, for this one, I'm going to use the big tweezers. Let me show you how this looks like. I actually got this big hot tweezers tip when I was experimenting with desoldering with a wick. And I mainly use it for big components. Okay, let's see if we can do it. Done. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and prep the board. Clean up this area. And now let's grab that capacitor from the laptop motherboard. And we lost the component. I do not care because this is a donor board. This should work. Now I do not want to heat using hot air because you saw what happened when we were working on the video card and we heated up this capacitor. It blew up. We're gonna have to use our soldering iron to solder this cap back on the board, unless you really want to see fireworks. Right? Very nice. Let's clean up later. I just want to test to see if we have a working tuner now, or if something is going to blow up as soon as we plug the power cable in. Always safer to wear goggles. When in doubt, wear goggles. Let's see. Oh, we do not have the screen plugged in. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, look at this. I see flashing lights here. That was not the case before. Look at this. I see flashing lights. What does that mean? Should we get an image on the screen? I do not know. I honestly do not know. I mean, the tuner I worked on today, which is already fixed, if you plug the power cable onto it, the Maxx Tuner, you should see something on the screen. So I'm assuming the same thing goes for this one. We did see flashing lights, which is good. Honestly, I do not know if we have to have this plugged into a vehicle in order to see something on the screen. I have not worked with this tuner before. I've done a lot of Maxx, but not the black Maxx Tuner. My dad's vehicle is parked outside. Maybe we can go ahead and try it. The customer did mail in the cable, so we're gonna plug it from under the vehicle. And this cable, which I do not know if it's good or not, I see some signs of wear and tear on this side. I do not know if the cable is burned to begin with. I would not depend on this cable, but the pins look good. The pins in the front, they look good. Pins on the back, they look good. Cable is plugged in. And let's go outside to my dad's vehicle, try it and see if this will turn on. Hopefully it does. I'm gonna have to record on my cell phone. Okay, so I'm on my cell now. Let me just grab my keys. Yeah. Okay, and let's do it. My dad's vehicle is parked on the right side here, right there. And let's see. Okay, so we have the tuner right here, and let's go ahead and plug that cable. Whoa, whoa, look at this. Look at this. It's working. Wow. I honestly did not expect the tuner to come on. I really thought that we had a bad screen. So the tuner does have to be plugged into a vehicle in order to turn on. Unlike the Maxx Tuner, where we can plug power and tamper with the settings. This one here, we have to have it plugged into a vehicle, and the tuner is fully functional. Look at this. Click on menu, scroll down, up. Let me unplug. That's amazing. I honestly did not expect the tuner to work. I thought that we may have a screen issue or something else going on with the tuner, but plugging the tuner to that vehicle made it come on. Wow. I'm glad the customer mailed over the cable, because if it wasn't for that cable, I would not have been able to test that tuner. Tuner is working, everything is good, and time to go home. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and we'll do something else in the next video.